friends, welcome to the Mavy Investor Educational Video Series. How are you doing? I hope you are having great time trading in the markets. Okay, so today we are going to talk about our short-term positional trading method. Okay, so please understand we are talking about only short-term positional trading method. Okay, and going with our follow the trend philosophy, we will be trading only on nicely uptrending stocks. I repeat, nicely uptrending stocks. Okay, we are going to be very choosy. We don't want to trade just in any and every stock just because something is flying, because of there is a sudden news or anything like that. We want to be systematic. We want to be, methodical, and we want to go only by our strategy. So our strategy is very clear. Follow the trend. Okay. So there are two parts to our approach to buy any stock. First one is stock selection, selecting the stock, selecting the right trending stock. Okay, and then after we have selected, shortlisted, the other part is to buy the stock not on the day when we shortlist, but find right time. So finding the right time to enter our nicely trending shortlisted stock. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I have opened my charting tool where we look at our candlestick chart for different stocks, right? Everybody should be familiar with the candlestick chart. That's the basic presumption. So you can pick any charting tool where you can see the candlestick chart and apply various technical indicators for this purpose. I'm using AMI Broker. I'm not suggesting that everybody has to use this. You can use pretty much any charting tool where you can see this kind of candlestick chart for the stocks. I can give you a couple of names, free websites which are very nice. Actually, they have all the features which you need to implement this method. One is investing.com and other one is TradingView. So you can TradingView. I repeat, TradingView. Okay, so you can use any of these free websites, or if you find something else, any other place where you can see the candlestick chart, good enough. You just need few indicators which I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's see. We will start with our first part of our method, which is the stock selection. Which stock we should select to buy in near term, right? And when I say short term or near term, these kind of trades typically will go for few days to 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, so just be clear, when I say short term, I mean few days to few weeks. Okay, I have opened AU Small Finance Bank chart. Okay, so this is a nicely trending stock in the current market environment. AU Small Finance Bank. Okay, you can see, and I have opened weekly chart here. I have opened weekly chart here. Okay, so to shortlist the stock, we need to find, as I said, really nicely uptrending stock, and for that we are going to use the indicator called MACD. Okay, so let me go to the place where it is showing me MACD. Okay, so this is the MACD indicator. Here you have red line and blue line. Red line is showing you MACD line, blue line is showing you signal line. Okay, so to whether we should select AU Small Finance Bank right now or not, right? What we have to look for in MACD? We have to look for MACD line, which is red line here, crossing the signal line, the blue line. So MACD crossing above blue line. Now there is a small additional factor which you need to look at, is this cross junction. Okay, this cross junction should be above, should be in the positive territory in the MACD. So how you can ensure that this cross junction, so in this case here is the cross junction, you can click on the candle and see. So this is the cross junction, the candle in which MACD became more than signal, right? So this is the candle where MACD became more than signal. This was on in this chart on 8th of November 2019, right? So on this junction, these MACD signal values have to be positive. That means this junction is a positive terrain. The histogram value also should be positive. Histogram is nothing but difference between these two, right? Which it will be. Previously, if you see historically, when is the other time when it had crossed? Here, somewhere here it has crossed. The red has crossed blue, right? But if you see here, now the MACD and signal value both have become negative. So even though this is also a positive crossover signal from MACD, but compared to the other one, previous one, here in the junction where the MACD and signal values are negative, they are weaker signals, so we don't consider that. So what we want is this type of crossover, okay, where MACD and signal values are positive and MACD is more than signal. Okay, so this was the right crossover. If this is the case right now, that means MACD is above signal line and the junction was in the positive zone in MACD, then we can shortlist this stock. So sitting today, right now we see that MACD is more than signal, and going back, junction was right positive crossover. So we select AU Small Finance Bank. We are eligible to take short-term trades in AU Small Finance Bank. Okay. Now the second part, as I said, for our method is to decide which day I should buy AU Small Finance Bank. This is only shortlisting, and this you will do once in a week because we are in the weekly chart, right? So you check different stocks, their charts, find out currently MACD is more than signal or not, and the junction when the cross happened that time, the junction was in the positive terrain. Then you shortlist the stock in the weekend, and then in the weekdays following coming days, so now I switch to daily chart. So you have to go to daily chart and check the indicator called stochastic. So this is our stochastic indicator. Okay, now in the stochastic, what you have to look for is, so in the stochastic you have two lines, %K line and %D line. I'll not go too detailed in the stochastic functioning itself. I want to keep it short and simple so that you can easily follow it. So all you have to look for is this stochastic K line, which is blue line here. Which day, while rising up, it goes above 50. So right now it is 82.36, right? So which day it goes above 50, that is what you have to look for. So somewhere around here, let me just keep it at 50 level, our reference line. So this day, yes, this day stochastic K became 53. So previous day, if you see, it was 38. You can see here. Now I move the cursor to next candle here. Here on 8th of January, the stochastic became 53, whereas on 7th of January, it was 38. So from 38 to 53 transition. So the day it crossed above 50, that day is the, you can consider right day to buy. So it's basically just trying to ascertain the strength of the uptrend. So this blue line should be rising, not falling line. Okay, this is not right. When the blue line is rising and the day it crosses above 50, you can buy this stock, AU Small Finance Bank. So if you bought this stock, AU Small Finance Bank, on this day, right, maximum price also, if you bought it, it would have been like 846 rupees, right? Here you can see 845.95, and you just have to carry on, try to maximize your profit, unless there are big red candles coming, or you see a phenomena called negative divergence, and until then you can try to continue. If you want thumb rule, you can try to gain some 8-10% profit. If you know a little bit of technical analysis, you can try to find next level resistance and try to keep a target at that level, right? So today it is like, I can't see the price right now. Let's just see. Okay, so today it is 1070 yuan. 1017. From 846 to 1071, you can calculate how much profit you would have been in. So this is the kind of trade you can generate, and you can easily gain 8-10% and even more sometimes if you ride the journey properly, following the rules. You can gain even more in really short term timeline, like few days to few weeks. You can see how long it is, right? This is not more than 2.5 weeks. So now let's take a look at another example. Let's say Apollo Hospital. Let me see Apollo Hospital. Let me open the chart for Apollo Hospital. This is Apollo Hospital. Now let's first again we start with whether we should shortlist Apollo Hospital or not. So I switch to weekly chart here, and let's check the MACD indicator. MACD, again we have a positive crossover here, so this is good crossover, we should consider. This also is good crossover because this also is above the zero line. If I keep the cursor here, this candle where MACD went above this just after the junction, okay, this was also positive values in MACD, so it's good. This crossover is not good. This one, even though red crossed blue, this junction is not good because at this time MACD values were negative. So this is current zone where red is above blue and crossover was good from our perspective. Okay, so we will shortlist Apollo Hospital also, and we would have shortlisted from the weekend of 17th January. And since then we were eligible to trade in Apollo Hospital. Now let's look at entry point, which day, whether we should buy today or not, right? And otherwise which day we would have bought. So let's look at stochastic. So to find out the entry day, you have to use stochastic, as I said earlier. And as you can see right now, stochastic blue value %K value is 86. We should be buying on the day when it is rising above 50, right? So right now we can't buy, it is overbought. But which day we would have bought? Tracing back the stochastic value here, this day you would have bought. Next day, this day, when it became 64. Previous day it was 42. Now it is 64. So this day, which is 31st December 2019, we would have bought, of course, if MACD crossover was good. But so right here I'm just trying to show you how to check this stochastic, right? So buy, try to ride the journey, try to achieve 8-10% profit, or if you know the target based on support resistance in the daily chart, you can use that also. Or you can use RSI negative divergence phenomena, right? So if RSI has negative divergence with price, on those times also you can book profit. That's a leading indicator to indicate you that an uptrend is having some fatigue, so you can come out based on those signs also, right? So we'll not go deep into negative divergence, that itself is a big topic. You can find out in Google what is RSI negative divergence with price, and you will know it. Okay, just last example, one more stock. Let's pick up, and then I think we will go to a trading process. Let me pick another example. I'm just searching my list. Okay, here I should have Berger Paint. Let's see. Again, to shortlist, we have to be on weekly chart. Then look at the MACD indicator. And Berger Paint had a crossover recently here, and that is obviously it is in the positive zone, right? So after this date, which is 10th of January, it's in our shortlisted list. Earlier also it was, so here also there was a good crossover, and after which this whole time frame you were eligible to trade based on the daily stochastic. So let's switch to daily stochastic and check this current situation. This is stochastic. Current value, blue one, is 85. So we should be buying on the day when it crossed above 50, right? So somewhere here, 50 level. So this day. Yeah, this day it became 53. So you would have bought on bang on. So the day it crossed MACD, same in the same period we have a you know stochastic also rising of 50. So this was very good trade. You could have bought here, right? And highest price would have been, you would have paid around 514. Okay, and current price I see is 560, and still it's a good trade, ongoing trade. You could have already profited some good 6-7%, I guess. I'm not calculating literally, but something you could have achieved. Okay, so this way you can shortlist the stocks first using weekly chart with MACD, with the help of MACD indicator, and then once you have shortlisted in the weekend, subsequent weekdays, look for stochastic rising above 50, and that day you should buy that stock and try to ride the journey, try to gain as much as you can, and exit based on your profit target, based on your technical analysis, or just thumb rule 8 to 10% profit, or best way is to use RSI negative divergence if you can identify. That requires a little bit of practice. So now let's go back to our slide, and I would like to spend few minutes in overall trading process. All right, so we are back to our slides. We already looked at the examples. AU Small Finance Bank, Apollo Hospital, and third one was Berger Paint, right? And I was using AMI Broker. As I said, these are the two tools you can use. These are free websites, investing.com and TradingView. They have all the technical indicators you need. MACD, stochastics, or RSI, and candlestick chart obviously is available. So you can use these, or you can use any other tool what you have. Okay, so that was our main portion of the trading. You mean the details which you needed to select the stocks and when to enter, right? So let me little bit explain about the overall trading process, what I think should be the process followed by every trader or an investor, anybody, right? So while market is considered to be quite random, sporadic, but the trader himself or herself should be very systematic and disciplined, and following a standard process, it is possible to become consistent in the market. Okay, so this is the trading process which you can follow according to me. Market analysis, these are the steps: market analysis, stock selection, initiate trade, manage trade, and book profit. I already spoke about stock selection, how to select and shortlist stock using the MACD in the weekly chart, and on the shortlisted stocks when you can buy, so how you can initiate the trade, which day you should buy, the day when stochastic crosses above 50, right? So before that you should always be aware of the overall market environment. So that is what this market analysis box is about, right? So this is more of a pulse check of the overall market. When you're buying stocks, only caution you should consider is that you should not be buying stocks when market overall is bearish. You should not try to do brave trades. Nobody will give you bravery award for this. Okay, we want to swim along with the tide. So just try to understand through the charts of Nifty, Bank Nifty, other sectoral indices and all, that overall market environment is not bearish. It should not be a bearish environment. It can be bullish or it can be range bound market also. Okay, but make sure you're not buying too many stocks in a bearish environment. So that's your market analysis. So you selected the stocks, bought the stocks, and once you have bought the stocks, that means you are in a position in traders terms. You have to manage it. This is your biggest task. All right. I already gave you some guideline, so you have to manage this trade properly. No matter how good you were in selecting the stocks, if you don't do this job correctly, overall you will not be a consistent gainer at the end of the year. Okay, so winning in trading is not about winning one trade. It is about winning on a consistent basis. There will be always losing trades. You have to basically make sure your winning trades are bigger, losing trades are smaller, right? So I have given a small guideline for stop loss purposes. So if your trade goes negative for whatever reason, there can be many reasons. Despite you followed very good process to select the greatest trending stock of the market, it can still go down. There is always a Trump tweeting in US. There is always a China, who is fighting with US already. Our latest suddenly coronavirus outbreak has come up, which is causing a lot of pressure in every sector, right? And globally. So no matter what rule follows, the external factors can always, become a dampener and cause corrections in your stocks. So make sure you don't lose too much in losing trades. Maximum this kind of trade, short-term trade, which we are talking about, don't lose more than 5-6%. So this is your stop loss. And we already talked about profit, right? How to book profit, when to book profit. Thumb rule I gave you at 10% profit. You can, if you're not able to follow any other technicals. But if you are a little bit aware about support resistance, then at resistance levels you can define your target. Or if you can learn a little bit about RSI negative divergence, that could be the best way to exit, because it always gives you a leading indication when an uptrend is getting tired, right? So you can follow any of this, but make sure you follow it, right? So this whole process, if you follow and do not deviate from all these rules what I have told you for stock selection, for entry, and for managing the trade, you can become a very consistent trader very easily. All right, so please try to follow this process. I hope I have made very clear, I have explained in detail how to select the stocks and when to enter. Okay, so with that, I think this is all for the day, for today, for this video. Hope you have learned something very useful today, which you can adopt to execute some short-term trades, right? Just for your information, we publish our stock selections based on our trading method, which I just explained you. We publish our stock selections in the monthly journal. Okay, there is a monthly journal which is subscription based. So if somebody is interested to know or is curious, about this journal, what's there, etc., you want to know, there are many things more than just short-term trading ideas in that journal. So if you're interested on demand, I can send a sample of that as well. Okay, so if you like, you can subscribe. If you don't like, don't subscribe. Okay, so looking forward to talk about something new next time. Till then, goodbye. Wish you great time in the market. Enjoy your trading. To get informed on new videos, so future videos, if you want to get informed whenever it is uploaded, it is best to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, the YouTube channel name is Mabhi Investor. The name of the YouTube channel is Mabhi Investor. This one. All right, so if you are looking forward to see the new videos, you can subscribe. Once again, so that's it. Once again, thank you and have a great time. Bye-bye.